Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Rooster Teeth podcast. I'm Gus.
I'm Smee.
I'm Jessica.
There you go.
I'm Yerba Mate.
And I'm Gus. This is a pre-tape. It's President's Day in the United States, so we're not actually working today. Spoiler. So we're pre-taping this episode. So I'm sorry, we're not gonna be able to keep an eye on chat, but you can still talk.
Mate.
We're just not gonna see it.
Yerba Mate.
How does that
I
stuff
just want to
taste?
hold something up. I didn't have a cat.
I see it everywhere. I've never tried that.
It's really good. It gives good energy. And it kind of tastes like iced tea in a way.
What is it though?
It's yerba mate.
It's just like hipster liquid. What is it?
Let's see ingredients. We got water. We got organic cane sugar, organic yerba mate extract, organic brewed yerba mate, and peppermint.
So is it like a plant?
I think so. Yeah, it's a plant that you get some like natural caffeine from.
Oh, okay,
I really love the energy from those drinks. I stopped drinking them because they do something. It triggers something with my bubbles that I have. So once I drink that, my bubbles are just like activated. So I had to stop drinking it. But the energy, it feels so much better than coffee because like coffee sometimes like messes with your stomach. But
Oh yeah.
This is like super like mild, and it kind of like, I don't know, it evens you out throughout the day. I haven't had them in a while, and because like usually if I was out grocery shopping or out doing things, I would just like pick one up or a couple up for my house, and I was like, I should just order it with my next Instacart order. So I did.
Yes.
You're an adult. No one can stop you. You can buy whatever you want.
Dude, the amount of times me and Trevor have had that realization of like, we're adults. Like, we could order any food we want. We could have ice cream whenever we want. Like, it happens at least once a week for us.
Yeah.
It's a great revelation. It really is. Even though it's every week.
You're like, I'm gonna go buy a bunch of cigarettes and beer just because I can.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm over 18.
It's 21 now, right? I think now you have to be 21 to buy cigarettes in the U.S.
Is that true?
I think so.
I mean,
I think
thought
that,
in my
Gus, look it
opinion,
up.
I'm
never
looking.
be able to buy cigarettes.
Yeah, as of
death sticks.
As of December 2019, it went from 18 to 21 years.
Oh my
hell yeah.
goodness. I did not know that.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
extreme.
It has zero impact on our life. We're all over 21 and I don't think any of us smoke.
I mean,
Are they just gonna slowly increase it like year by year until you have to be 65 to buy it, and no one wants to buy them anymore?
No. I think there's an exemption for that law where it's like, I think on military bases you can still be 18 and buy cigarettes.
why?
I remember something like that.
No one should be smoking, period. Because it's terrible for your health. But
But it looks so cool.
the idea, but the idea that like an 18-year-old child could buy cigarettes and just like make that decision to start.
I mean, an
smoking
18-year-old
cigarettes.
an 18-year-old can vote is the counter argument. An 18-year-old is legally an adult. Like, why should they not be allowed to make these decisions for their life?
That's
Do you think
true.
as time has gone on that you mature much later, so you shouldn't be able to vote until your mid-20s?
Absolutely. I totally agree with that.
Oh no, I think
think
you should. I think you should vote younger. I think you should be able to vote at 16.
I mean,
I love this. Let's talk about this.
What do you think?
Oh, go for it, guys.
I was gonna say, do you think though that at that age, that like, you know, if someone voted at 16, that they merely adopt the political views of their parents and they don't have their own view, like there's no perspective on the world? That would be the counter argument I would make to that.
Yeah, I definitely could see that side of it, but to be fair, I think a lot of people adopt the political views of their parents regardless of age. It's just kind of like the way you were raised. I do think like the older you get, the easier it is to form your own opinions, but I don't know. I think these days, like people like 16 and up, I feel like are a lot more aware of the world and their surroundings. I think social media is kind of
because of TikTok.
helped in a way. I mean, you know, you could shit on TikTok, but I think like there's a lot of like good resources on TikTok, a lot of like really smart people, a lot of like ways to learn about how systems work and how things affect you. But I don't know. I understand where you're coming from, Gus. I could go either way. But
The reason I make that counter argument is I made a very dramatic shift in my political leanings. I used to be very far right leaning, and I've gone way opposite to the other side.
Yeah, is that how you were raised?
As I've gotten older, I think I was raised very moderate, like very middle of the road. But my leanings were definitely very far in the other direction.
This might be a bold question, but what was kind of like the trigger that made you go the other way? If you don't want to discuss it, I get
No,
it.
no. I grew up in a really small town. I think that I left and I went to a big city, and then I felt like I got more empathy for other people. I think I'm not saying this is true for everyone. I'm saying this is my own personal experience. I think when I was more leaning to the other side, that I didn't necessarily understand other people's plights as much. I think I needed to get more experience, which speaks to Barbara's point. I think that was back before social media existed. I think I didn't understand other perspectives or see other people's points of view. And then it took moving out and seeing a lot more of the world to make me switch my view.
It's
like that.
very
Fair play.
interesting to me because typically bigger cities with more diverse population tend to be more democratically leaning. And I feel like that's a pretty important point to realize. It's like people who have access to other people and see their struggles and see how they're treated and have empathy for others tend to lean a certain way politically. Like that's pretty telling in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah.
What a great discussion for President's Day.
I know. President's Day. And again,
I feel like it's real fast before. I'm sorry to interrupt. Real fast. It's also Pancake Podcast, but we're not doing pancakes because we're all stuck at home working.
Shit!
Sorry.
Did we do on? did we do one last year?
We made the spicy pancake last year.
Spicy pancake.
That was only a year ago.
I'm pretty sure it was.
I think as a what we should do when we get to be all back in studio in a safe manner, we should combine all the food podcasts that we've missed into one big podcast.
I think we decided that once.
I love that idea.
So we'll do
I'm also down to make some pancakes today and post them, and we can compare. I don't know how we would compare taste, but we can compare who has a perfect circle.
or we'll just do like reactions. We'll just watch each other eat it and judge.
Yeah.
See who's a good actor.
Yeah, spicy pancake was last year, February 26th, 2020.
Oh,
And we were like in the same room doing that.
We were all in the same room on the set. Our
There's no way that
end of
was
March.
less than a year ago.
Our coronaversary
Crazy.
my coronaversary is March 23rd, I think.
Yeah.
I think is that all of ours, Barb too? Because I think all of core we didn't go back. There was that last day. No, we did Always Open. I remember me and you, Alfredo and Trevor did Always Open.
That was
So whatever-
I think the last day. I think that was the 26th maybe of March.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because I think we did the podcast that Monday, and I think that's the last time Gus and Gavin were there.
Mm-hmm.
And then we filmed Always Open another day that week. But there was also a day that week that me, Chris, Blaine, Chad, and John were at the office to like bank out a bunch of RT Life videos.
Yeah.
Just because we're like, we don't know when we're going to be back together again. So let's just like, we have a couple ideas in the can. So let's just like film a bunch of stuff. We got like that parachute video out of that and a couple other fun things. But
Yeah.
I didn't really like stop to think like, I might not be back in this place filming stuff for a year or more. I thought it would be like, maybe the summer,
Yeah.
or something like that.
What did the smell
Nice.
video? Remember the smell that we all tried to find?
Oh
Yeah.
my God, yes.
That was March of last year. That was March 7th that came out.
Wow.
What was it like? The
Wow.
stinky pipes or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the sewage from the bathrooms. That was every time there was a flush, it would make the office stink. So that was fun.
Man, it just makes me miss just like doing dumb shit with you guys in the office.
I know. I miss it so much.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it won't be too long before we're able to be back there.
I
Do you
think
think we're gonna be really excited to walk past each other at work again?
we'll
I'm
actually
just
say hello.
gonna be, I'm just gonna be excited to like walk places that aren't from my office to my kitchen. Like, it's just like so.
I feel like there would have been times like a year ago if I walked past Jessica at work, I would just be like, "What's up?"
Yeah.
But now I'd be like, "Hey, what's up?"
Yeah, that's what was so great with Dead Little Roosters was, I'm not kidding, I swear every cast member that stepped on to set was just like so excited to be there. It was so great to see everybody for that little blip in time. Again, very COVID safe, but that's exactly what it was like. Just so
It
happy to see
really,
everybody.
like re-energizes you in a way. And like this is coming from me who I'm a self-proclaimed introvert where it's like I would get energy from being alone and being able to like recuperate and like
Me
you
too,
know.
Barb.
But
Yeah.
now it's almost the opposite where I'm like when I see people again, when I go on set or when we like have a socially distanced picnic in the park or whatever it is. I'm like, oh, I feel so happy today. This is amazing.
But like, I wonder, so say for instance, we're able to all hang out one night and maybe we hang out for like 5 hours. Will I then be drained again or will I want to see you again? You know?
No.
Yeah, I feel like I want to count how long it takes when we all go back, how long it takes for me to get sick of people.
I know.
It'll be like a day or two. He'll be like, all right, that's enough. I'm ready.
A week.
I think that maybe this is like a good experiment to find a balance between working physically at work and working from home. Like, I feel like even when we can go back to the office, there's still productions we're able to make from home. So maybe there's like a split work week situation where we do like half the week at home, half the week in the studio.
I see your game.
I think I prefer that too, because like there's some days where I'm like, I want to see my friends, and then other days where I'm like, I need to get some laundry done.
Well, it's also like I think we've discovered, especially I don't know about like you guys over at Achievement Hunter, Gavin, but like especially gaming content, it's pretty easy to do from home. Like easy to hear each other and interact with each other, and like you don't necessarily have to be there in person to film that kind of content. But if you want to get obviously like the between the game stuff or RT Life stuff, it's way better
there's
to
also
be
just
in
a lot of
person.
good energy in the room though that is
True.
definitely missing at home.
Very true. Well, you know.
Yeah,
I
sometimes
think
it'll be-
fuckface though, you'll have to film from home. I mean, sorry.
you
Yeah,
got
I
it.
can't imagine doing a live episode of Face because I mean it'd be very rare for all three of us to be in the same place. What's wrong, Jessica?
It's just your little beeps.
They're so cute little beats.
I think the other day, John was using the beat button on his Go XLR. We were doing a live stream, and it just sounded like Morse code. Like he just kept pressing it so much. That's all I could think about.
Was he
Yeah.
swearing that much?
No, I think he was showing off his button.
He has the mini XLR, so he doesn't have like the other sound effects and like voice filters and whatnot. So that's like really the only button that the mini has. So he's probably just
Yeah, I've got the mini. It's nice
Yeah.
and small, but it's bullshit. Do you know any Morse code?
I know SOS.
Let's hear it.
That's not me. Oh, that's someone else.
Wait,
That was me.
Oh man.
I only know that
Was
because
that-
it used to be in old SOS commercials. Like for there's a cleaning product called SOS, and they used to play it. That's the only reason. Oh wait, yeah, that's the only one I know.
The Nokia phones also used to use Morse code. They would go. Or is
What-
it like, no, it was.
When would they do that?
What are we what?
No, it was this. Which is SMS in Morse code. That was it. Like, I got confused because it's been 18
few
years
years.
since I had that text tone.
Does Nokia still make any phones?
Well,
are they still around?
Microsoft
don't-
acquired them several years ago, and I think they re-divested themselves. I could be wrong.
I saw a TikTok the other day of this girl who ordered an old Razr flip phone on the internet. And this girl must have been like 14 or 15 years old. And she's like, look what I just got in the mail. Like, isn't this cute? Like, could you imagine? Like, I wish we could all go back to phones like this. Like, wouldn't it be so cute to like answer your phone like this? And she like flips it open. And
My
I'm like,
God.
oh, geez.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Bringing that back into style, huh?
I bet there's people who have phones that don't understand what hanging up means and why it's called that. And you used to
Yeah.
like hang a phone up.
Well,
Yeah.
But that terminology has stayed, even though you don't hang up your phone anymore.
there's also, I mean, there's videos of people asking young kids, like, all right, show me what it's like to be on the phone. And they go like this, like holding an iPhone, whereas like we would either go like this or like this.
That is so interesting.
But also,
Wow.
another one that I've seen recently is they're like, pretend you're taking a picture. And like you'd ask me and I'd be like, okay, like that. And you ask a younger kid and they go, because they're doing the iPhone
what
photo.
the fuck?
Because they use two thumbs like an idiot.
Well, you know, like, whatever. But it's just like, you know, those kids didn't grow up with phones or like the
Yeah.
I mean, cameras still exist. You still
Yeah,
do
but-
take pictures.
Yeah,
like
but
that.
if you tell a kid like take a picture, they're typically
Yeah.
taking a picture with an iPhone or a.
Yeah.
When's the last time you saw a film camera, right?
I mean, if you said to me, do like slashing fruit with a samurai sword, I wouldn't be like this. Although that's
That's
what most people would be doing. I was still be like,
you know,
Schwa!
Fruit
Because I know
Ninja,
that samurai swords exist.
real popular still.
Like, that's the only thing I could come up with was like a 10-year-old app.
I like
Well, I
we
was trying to
mentioned.
think of something that nowadays you would do differently, but you still know what the original's like.
Like we mentioned for a couple episodes ago, I've been rewatching old episodes of The Amazing Race, and in one episode of I remember what season it was, like season 10 or something, or season 9. Like they come up to like a checkpoint or pit stop, and they're like, "Oh, to get your next clue, get a sidekick too from this elephant." And like the elephants hand the contestants a sidekick too, and they're like, "Whoa, this is so cool!" And they're like trying to show off the phone. I was like, "Man, I had one of those." It feels like it wasn't that long ago, but it was forever ago that I had one. Like
Long time ago.
like 15 years at this point.
Yeah, I had a sidekick and I loved it. But I think the one phone that I loved the most was the BlackBerry. I just loved the keypad of the BlackBerry, and I could still use it, and I think I'd be happy. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I'm in the same boat, Jessica. I had the I remember in particular the BlackBerry Pearl, I think it was what it was called. It was like maybe like this big, this thin, and it was white.
Yeah.
And I remember being so excited about having this like beautiful new white phone because it like was so pretty and shiny, and I was like, look how I feel so fancy with this. And I look
Oh my
back on
gosh,
that now.
I think I still have my old BlackBerry, and I know where it is. I just want to get it real quick. Hold on a second.
Please
It's
do.
red. Hold on one second.
I'm gonna see it, BlackBerry Pearl.
I see it. It's like a little rectangular white phone.
Yeah, I was so excited about it because before that I had like one of those LG phones, little flip phones.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Was
like
it-
super tiny, and I had to do like the really annoying texting on it.
It makes me think of how long Michael had that LG chocolate phone.
I
He had that
know,
phone
dude.
forever.
Yeah.
He had it while he was working at Rooster Teeth for a couple of years, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. My God, what a time.
Motorola, is that it right there? That's not the white one though.
Singular.
No, you gotta get the white one.
I don't think someone could go back to that. I think that'd be a nightmare.
It's the one on the
Okay, I
right.
have
Is
it.
the one I had.
The one on the right. The keys are so small.
Yeah.
Let's see it, Jessica.
Okay, so you see how like beat up it is? Like
Yeah,
it's
but that's
just
classic.
yeah, and it's red, and I loved it so much. And I can't believe that. Yeah, this thing is just beat to shit. But I loved it. Yeah, I can't believe how old it is, and I still have it.
Does it turn on
That's
still?
impressive.
Do you have pictures on there?
I wonder if it would if I actually brought. I don't think I have the charger anymore, but if I were to just like order one, I'm very curious as to what would pop up. Actually,
You should do it.
Yeah.
We should resurrect your phone.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I remembered that I'd forgotten about this. Motorola resurrected the Razr phone. They relaunched like a Motorola Razr like a year ago. So I looked it up, and I'm looking at the Motorola website right now. And you can buy it for $1,000. It comes in, so there's three options.
$1,000.
It comes in two colors. It comes in blush gold or noir black, and then you have the option for storage. And there's a little drop down under storage. It says choose an option, and the only option is 128 gigs. You're like, all right. And then under carrier, there's another drop down. It's like choose your carrier, and there's only one option. It's Verizon. It's like, why have those drop downs if they're meaningless? There's only one option for either of those. Just like it has to be 128 gigabytes and it has to be Verizon. Why
Maybe
tease me?
that's- Maybe that's all they
can't
have
handle
available.
the words people put in front of colors when you're ordering stuff.
Blush gold.
Space gray.
There it is.
Oh wow.
Base gray.
It just say
Wow.
gray. Just say gold.
Also,
It's marketing though. It's
Space-
people want like something fancy.
Space gray is not gray. Does that drive anyone else crazy? Space gray
So it's like
Wait.
black.
is black. And
Space gray is in black.
Space
It's a
gray has
dark-
also never been consistent. Space gray changes all the time.
Oh,
if you
wow.
look at Space gray over the launch of every different product that Apple has introduced Space gray on, they're not consistent. Space gray sometimes is black, sometimes it's gray. There's no consistency. Why is it Space gray? It fucking drives me crazy.
I think that's the point. They want to drive you, Gus, fucking nuts.
I knew it.
I'm trying to see how many space grays I had.
All the different colors. Yeah, space
Yeah,
gray.
that's
my
space
phone.
gray, right? Is that
Yeah.
space gray?
That is Space gray.
But that's not black because. Wait, is this space gray?
No, that's
I think
silver.
And,
Or-
and then I think these ones are black, right?
That's the screen you're showing us on that last one.
But yeah, you can.
turn it around.
This one's black. So gray.
But
there's
they don't.
black
They don't. Yeah, they don't sell black, right? Like those are all space gray according to them.
No,
That's so
one of these is
interesting.
jet black. Remember they did black for a while.
I don't remember that. Oh, yeah, they did. Look at that. The iPhone
It's like they
7.
actually had black.
I actually think these are both space gray because I don't think I've ever bought a silver. I think these are both space gray.
Well, that's pretty silver to me.
Yeah.
That one's gold.
Okay.
Well, welcome to
This
my
one's
hell.
smashed. What happened to that one?
Oh God.
Also, look how freaking tiny that is. What is that?
Yes. The old what model is
Is
that
that
one?
5 or 4? Or maybe 6 even.
It conveniently doesn't say.
I still have my first iPhone ever. I'm pretty sure it was like what the 3G, the 3 one, and
The
it's
3GS?
yes, and it's so bonkers to hold that in your hand, and
Yeah.
just it's just so crazy. And yet this is like a modern day technology when we're talking about like razors and Blackberries. It's whew. It's been a long road for us that came up in the technology era for sure.
But isn't it crazy how like you could look at an old piece of technology and like remember what like what you felt like in that time period or what like life was like at that point in time?
Using T9 in high school and texting my friends long paragraphs was a nightmare. But I that's all I knew, so I was fine with it. You know?
Yeah.
When I was a kid, we only had phones at home.
Do any of you guys have a landline?
No.
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 Some people still do.
I know. Do any of your parents?
Yeah.
I think so. yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But I feel like it's different in England because you used to need a phone line to use the internet with like broadband and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
But here it was, you would get internet through like a cable. Like a
Cable.
coax.
Yeah.
So there was no need for a landline.
I have a home security system, and lots of times they have you need a landline for those, but the one I have has a cellular connection. And several months ago, they contacted me and they needed to come out and do maintenance because apparently the antenna on my cellular connection was a 3G cellular connection, and they were getting ready to turn off the towers. So they had to send someone out to like upgrade the cellular modem in my security system to an LTE chip and antenna. That way, it could still communicate because. That's how long it's been. 3G is being phased off. Like they're turning all of those towers off.
Wow.
Do they just put different shit on the towers, or are they just like taking them down?
I'm not sure. I assume they just put different shit. Like they've already got the tower. They probably just put new equipment on it.
Interesting.
That's crazy.
I'm really happy my parents still have a landline because if I want to talk to them, I could just call that. I feel like if I had to like pick which parent to call their cell phone, I feel like I would get into some issue of like favoritism with my parents. Like my mom would be like, "Why are you always calling dad? Like, why don't you ever call me?" And I'm like, "I'm gonna calling both of you."
I love the idea of you FaceTiming your mum. Your dad walks in like, "What the hell?"
I guess that's like the one advantage to having divorced parents. You don't ever.
I was just about to say, yeah. They don't know when I call the other one, so it's all good.
Yeah, well, yeah. It'd be funny if they were like, "Jessica called me tonight. Did she call you?"
Yeah.
Sounds like a nightmare.
My parents
so
get along, so it's good.
I bought something the other day from Amazon that I wanted to try. I've been like really into like gimmicky things just for the hell of it because I'm bored.
Yeah, I get that.
And it's like I buy these things thinking like maybe they'll work for me, maybe they won't. Like at this point, it's just something to try. I saw this video about this machine it's called a chi machine. It was invented in Japan. And basically what it does, it's this machine that you lie down, you put your ankles into, and it rocks back and forth like this as you're lying on the ground. And so it kind of shakes your whole body in kind of like a weird, like serpentine kind of motion.
Okay.
The one I got was called the Chi Vitalizer. And it's supposed to help with like a number of things, like back pain and digestion and circulation and like a bunch of different things. And it has been fucking awesome.
You serious?
Dude, you've already sold me, Barb. I'm sold.
I've had it for like a couple days now. I do it in the morning and at night for a
For
few
how
minutes.
long?
You're supposed to start like the first week you have it, you're supposed to do like 2-3 minutes at a time, and then like
Oh wow.
And then as you progress, I think the maximum you're supposed to do is 15 minutes. But it also improves energy because essentially, like, you know, if you're tired and then like if you do dance or like you move your body around for a few minutes, so like it wakes you up, this kind of simulates that kind of movement in your body and just like it jostles you around for a while.
Why don't
like
you just
it helps
move your own body?
Because I'm lazy.
Okay, I found it.
But it
on
also
Amazon.
it
Me
also
too. I'm looking at
feels good. It feels nice, and like you could just kind of relax. There's some things that it like advertises that it helps with that I don't believe.
Can I read one of those things, Barbara? Because
Yes,
one of them
please.
one of them is strangely specific. It says restore energy lost from fibromyalgia or Lyme disease. Like, is energy lost from Lyme disease that prevalent that has to be a selling point? Like, there's only 5 selling points, and that's one of them.
No, I do know that people that, I mean, and I only know this because Avril Lavigne had it and I read her story.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, no, she, apparently you do lose a lot of energy with Lyme disease, but that is interesting that they would just target that disease.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I've only been using it for a few days now, so I'll report back in a future podcast. But again, like,
There it is.
I had some Amazon credit, and I was like, you know what? I'll try this baby out. Why not? I've heard good things.
love this, Barb.
Dude, it's got that like old people beige to it, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's something you'd find like under your grandparents' dresser.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like it should be yellowed from cigarette smoke.
Yeah, it's definitely like
That's
older
great.
technology, but
Wait, so
yeah,
Honestly,
happy
it
with it?
sounds like it would feel great.
Yeah.
it kind
For
of like
sure.
loosens up, especially like because we sit at our desks all day.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
It helps like kind of like just loosen up your back a little bit because it jostles your whole body. It looks fake. Like I watched Trevor do it, and I'm like, it looks like you're going like this.
Yeah. Oh, that's so great.
I've got to see it in action. I want to watch
I'll film it. I'll film it.
Yeah. Yeah. This is great because I've been really missing some of the back work that like Kelly used to do with us when we were training with her.
Yeah.
And now, you know, I can't go because COVID, but like
COVID,
this
yeah.
this sounds great.
I'll test it out for you guys. I'll keep you posted to let you know if it's worth it. But so far after a few days, it's been nice, and I've noticed a bit of a change in my energy.
Okay.
Just from
So,
doing that twice a day.
Out of curiosity, I decided to look up on YouTube. I decided to look up Chi Vitalizer, and there's like 2 dudes who show up repeatedly in a lot of these videos. It's like they have the market cornered on Chi Vitalizer videos on YouTube. It's like an older bald dude and a younger dude with scraggly hair. It's like those are the 2 Chi Vitalizer influencers. Like you got to break into that market.
They're the influencers.
Okay.
I'm on my way in there. I'm gonna be the 3rd. But I just
This is
like
dope.
I already anticipate the comments and people being like, "Oh, you're falling for a scam," or like that it's just like a placebo effect or whatever. Like it could very well be, but also like we don't have a lot to do or talk about these days, so I'm trying out this dumb little product and talking about it.
Yeah.
I think it's
Also,
fair. If
how do
it
you
makes
try
you feel-
things?
Yeah, and if it gets you relaxed, then I guess it is working. It sounds very funny though. It sounds like I really want to see someone use that.
Yeah, I'll film a video using it today and I'll send it to you guys. I'll text it to
I
you
would
guys.
love that. I'm also watching The Bald Man right now too, so this is great. So Barb, do you just like, you know, you kind of like stay up late looking at different kinds of things on Amazon like, ooh, it'll make me
Yeah, I've never
feel-
been like a bored shopper. Like I don't think to buy stuff when I'm bored, but maybe that's
I don't
maybe that's the way
browse
forward.
Amazon. I think what you got to do if you want to be a bored shopper is just watch TikToks all night, because people on that app are just like, let me tell you about this new makeup I've been using that I love. Let me tell you about this new product that's helped me with this and blah, blah, blah. Like it's literally TikTok has been the #1 thing to get me to buy new things.
Yeah, it seems great for product sharing. Like way better
So
than
good.
YouTube ever was for, because I feel like YouTube just has pockets that
I
don't
wonder-
really interact with other pockets.
I wonder if you could start like a modern home shopping network that's purely TikTok, where it's like you put products up and you like through an affiliate link, like sell them for a day or an hour or whatever. Like you said, a specified amount of time, and then that's it. Then you move on. You just like find deals, like how Woot.com maybe I don't even know if they're still around, how they used to work, where it's like you have a daily deal and that's it.
Yeah.
New business idea right there. Someone do it.
Honestly, like there are so many things I've bought because of TikToks or because I've seen like multiple people use them in a TikTok or like they've convinced me. And I think like a lot of people do it because it's like these videos are so short and so passive that it's like, oh, I got this new foundation this day and like let me show you how it works and like, wow, I love this thing. And you just make a quick video about it. Whereas like no one would really make a whole YouTube video about something like that.
Yeah. What's interesting to me is like I'm learning a lot of these beauty tricks from like 17-year-old girls. So
Yep.
I'm just like, oh, okay, cool.
No, seriously though, Jessica, like I've changed so many ways I do my makeup because of these young girls on TikTok.
I know.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, and then also I think it was Meg actually, and I think she said that she learned this from TikTok maybe, but she uses those task bracelets. Did you guys see her video on that?
I
I think it was on her Instagram videos. Gavin, you obviously know, but
yeah,
like
I've seen it in real life.
oh yeah, you've seen it in real life, but I think she got it off TikTok where it's just like these
Yeah.
bracelets that have like the different tasks that you need to get done throughout your day. Because all of us, I know that I am ADD, I swear, where you're just like, oh, okay, I have all these things to do. And it's a mixture of your personal life stuff and your work stuff. And you're like, you get so caught up in what's going on in front of you that everything that you wanted to do for the day, it has just gone out the window. And so you have these like annoying ass bracelets on your wrist and you're just like, God, I just need to get them off. So you just do the
Yeah, that's
tasks
the
to get
incentive,
rid
right?
of
'Cause
them.
they're inconvenient. They're jingle jangly.
Yeah. I'm like, oh God, I need that for my ADD ass.
Yeah, it's funny.
But I think she got that off TikTok.
I've seen
Yeah,
those
she did.
TikToks. Yeah. So I didn't see Meg's video, but I saw those TikToks. So I'm like, yep. I think she's on the same TikTok for you pages as I am. I think we're probably on the same algorithm or whatever it is.
You need to get off your ADD ASS.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh God.
Jessica, I found out that you were very gullible the other day.
Well, it wasn't necessarily that. Okay, let's think about this. It's more that I like had to question it for a second because I've never had that conversation with you before and I don't. Okay, maybe I am. All right. I don't know.
What happened?
What was the situation?
We were just talking about getting vaccinated in the future, and I was like, "Nah, I'm not doing it. Vaccines don't work." And Jessica was like, "Are you an anti-vaxxer?" And I was like, "Yeah, the government's just tracking us with those." And then I just left it for a while, and you were just like kind of quiet, and you were like, "Okay." And then I was
I wrote, Like I just sat there kind of thinking and staring at my phone for a minute. I was like, I know he's not a Trump supporter. And I kept like going down the list of things that I do know about Gavin. And then I was like, is this the one thing that like is going to separate us?
His weird thing.
Yeah, like that one thing. Because
I
there's
just
been a
love that I
bunch
could
of...
just break your complete image of me in two sentences, and then you're just like,
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it was. That was my face like, all right, dope,
and
Gavin.
then I had to tell you I was kidding. And you were like, oh, God, I was about to see you in a totally different light there.
Yes, I did say that. Yeah, I was like, I was going to see you differently, honestly. But also, I should not be so judgmental. I did have a moment of like, but he's still a friend, and I don't just because if he is an anti-vaxxer, I shouldn't be judgmental, right?
I think you could be a little judgmental in this situation.
We'll allow it.
I think I would allow it.
Yeah. Yeah, because these vaccination links have been coming out, which is great. I'm glad that there's wait lists and stuff out there, and everyone's trying to get that done. So I was confused by Gavin's response.
I saw maybe one of the greatest posts ever in the Austin subreddit last week. Maybe it was over the weekend, but someone was talking about how for people who don't live in the area, there's a suburb just north of Austin called Pflugerville, and it's spelled Pflugerville. And someone who lived
makes sense.
Someone who lived in Pflugerville wrote
German.
that they went to the Pflugerville vaccination clinic, and they were talking about what a great experience they had there. And then one of the comment replies was like, "I hope you got the Pfizer vaccine." And the original poster wrote, "No, I got the stupid P Moderna one." And I was like, man, this guy out here is making like He's killing on Reddit. Like, I was really jealous. Like, why did I never think of that joke before?
That is fantastic. Just so great.
I didn't even think about how Pfizer and Pflugerville both use that same PF.
Yeah, that guy, he's out there. He's making all the connections. He's putting all the dots together, making people laugh.
Oh, man.
I always get so envious whenever I see someone make such a clever joke or like use a meme in such a clever way, like the Bernie Sanders sitting in places meme.
Oh my God, yes.
Like people coming up with like, holy fuck, how did I not think of that kind of idea?
Mm-hmm.
But
Barb, some of the shit that you post online, I'm just like, damn you, intelligent bitch. Like you put some great stuff on the internet.
thank you. I can't think of any of what I've done has been intelligent.
No, every time I read one of your like really cheesy jokes or your puns, I'm just like, damn it. But it's like so good.
You had a good hit with your box that was plotting, didn't you?
Yeah,
box
that was
face.
years ago. There's
A
these
long
boxes
time ago.
at the office. Yeah, this is back in 636, which, funny enough, this is podcast 636. What's up?
Spooky.
It was these like boxes that we got. I forget, like they were in the tech office, so they're probably delivering something tech wise. But
Probably
the way
hard
they
drives.
were, probably the way they were folded, they had like the two flaps that looked like fingers plotting, and like had like another flap up that looked like evil eyes. And I posted that, and it went like super viral because someone else took it and reposted it to Reddit, and it was like,
There it is.
There it is.
Oh yeah. Let's see, hard drive.
And I said,
the-
these boxes are definitely plotting something. And yeah, I should have put like my Twitter handle on the picture because that thing went crazy.
It was that 5 big NAS. It was that little cube of hard drives, the network attached storage that we used to use when we were back down there.
Dude, I think the thing I'm most famous for without being credited is the frickin' snail story. I see that constantly posed on Reddit, or it will just be like a screenshot of someone else's tweet about it. And the other day, Meg was watching a load of TikToks that were replying to that scenario, like what they would do if the snail was chasing them. It might be the one thing that's bigger than anything I've done that is not attached to me somehow. It's crazy.
Isn't it also
I
the
don't know
plot
that
to
story.
It Follows?
I've never seen It Follows, but I've heard people say that.
Yeah, I'm sure they're not connected, but
I haven't seen it. But
have
the
you not
snail
heard that,
part in
Jessica? Like,
particular.
you get $10 million. It was actually what started $1 Million, but was the scenario.
Maybe
about-
I have and I just forgot. Do you mind just jogging my memory?
Yeah, you get $10 million, but there's a snail trying to kill you at all times. It's just coming towards you at all times, at the speed of a snail. But if it touches you, you die.
Okay, wow. No, I actually haven't heard this, and I've worked on $1 Million
It
but many
originated from
times.
a discussion we were having on the podcast about which animals kill the most humans. And just, like, ranking the animals,
Yeah.
like mosquitoes were like number one, and it was like sharks were surprisingly low. But I think someone read out that a snail was on there. It was like some sort of snail that gives you a disease, and then I just came up with that scenario, and it's now way bigger than the podcast that spawned that conversation.
I was going to ask if the deaths related to snails were maybe people slipping on them and like landing on their head.
Yeah, I remember us just being amazed that snails could kill people,
Yeah.
and it sounds so stupid.
That was
Well-
I looked up the animated adventure to find the source, and that was podcast 285, which was
Holy shit!
a long time ago.
How did you fuck?
You fuck.
Yeah.
That was in 2014.
Wow.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's been a long time. You guys are old.
You know, it's funny.
Yeah.
It Follows came out in 2014.
Ooh, spooky.
Do you want me to redo the plot of It Follows?
Yeah,
Hit me.
I mean that means they shot it way before my snail scenario. Then
After carefree teenager Jay sleeps with her new boyfriend Hugh, for the first time, she learns that she is the latest recipient of a fatal curse that is passed from victim to victim via sexual intercourse. Death, Jay learns, will creep inexorably towards her as either a friend or a stranger. Jay's friends don't believe her seemingly paranoid ravings until they too begin to see the phantom assassins and band together to help her flee or defend herself. What the fuck?
That doesn't sound like there's any snail there.
No, but it sounds like after you have sex with someone, it's like a fatal curse that comes towards you. I don't know, like in the form of another human or what, but
See, it's so weird. I remember watching this movie, but I just don't know if it's like a specific person or it's just like, do you have to remain a virgin all your life? You can't have sex
Yeah,
or
I
else you'll
know.
get cursed. Because
well, it sounds like
that
it's like
sucks.
an STD kind of thing. Like it passes from person to person.
Ugh.
Yuck.
Yeah. I remember
sounds
watching it. It
creepy.
was okay. It was entertaining.
Little fun horror flick.
Mm-hmm.
Have there been any good horror movies recently? I feel like I saw one not that long ago that I liked, but I can't remember what it was. Has anybody else seen any horror movies recently?
I feel like I have. Let me think on this.
No.
Ugh.
Nuh-uh.
I don't remember.
I don't love horror movies, so I don't tend to watch them.
Do they
by
scare you,
choice.
Barbara?
They
Do you
do.
get scared?
I do. I get anxious then. It becomes like all I can think about.
Yeah.
What are the ones that scare you? Like murder, serial killer person, or like paranormal?
A little bit of both. It depends. I think like how realistic it could seem.
Oh yeah.
The movie Gothica gave me nightmares for
Yeah.
like
It's got
a
Halle Berry,
month.
right?
I was
Yeah.
gonna say Halle Berry.
Yeah. The ones that are like very fake and like some creepy monster or something like that, those don't scare me as much. It's more of like the real life scenarios or even paranormal stuff to a degree could scare me.
I get scared of the dark for like an hour after I watch something scary. Like
Yes,
after
me
every episode
too.
of Hill House and Bly Manor, I would, if I was like upstairs on my own, I would just run.
100%. Me too. I watched actually for the first time because somebody told me to watch this. I forgot who, but like I watched The Conjuring for the first time recently, and I know that's an older film. I've just avoided it because I know that it deals with like demons, and y'all know that I'm afraid of that shit. But one of the scenes is where the girl is sleeping in her bed and she has the blanket over her, but her foot is sticking out. So everything is covered on her except her head and like the foot that's sticking out. So in this scene, all of a sudden, you just see her foot being like pulled all of a sudden.
Oof.
And you don't see it. There's nothing there. And so then you see her kind of like shift in her bed and she's just like, whatever. Then it pulls her again. It's like yanking her very kind of violently. And she wakes up and she thinks that it's her sister who's sleeping in the bed next to her. They share a room. And then finally it pulls her again and her whole body kind of like slides almost off the bed. And then she gets up and then realizes she sees behind the door. You can't see it as the audience member, but behind the door, you just see darkness as the audience member, but she can see something truly terrifying staring and breathing very heavily, like looking at her. Ever since that film, I can't sleep with my, like, if any part of my foot or leg is sticking out, I am thinking about that. And I'm not kidding. It drives me nuts.
Well,
So
the blanket's your shield. It's your protection.
I still think that. And I know as a child, you kind of think that too. You're like, I'm going to cover myself with the blankets and it'll protect me from the boogeyman. And I sometimes still think that now. I'm just like, if the blanket is covering me, I'm okay. Well, you don't
feel
know.
safer.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What is that? Is that like a womb thing? Is that like an evolutionary, like you feel covered up and you go a little bit fetal and then suddenly you're safe?
Maybe.
It could be, or
Makes sense.
yeah.
Let me
It
take
could just also be a thing that
poll of the room. When you guys are on the couch watching a movie or a TV show, do you have a blanket on you?
No.
Sometimes if it's cold, like in wintertime, I'll keep one handy just
Yeah.
in case I want it, but not regularly.
Yeah, there's always a blanket that's just like draped over the back of our couch. That's just like, the couch blanket. But yeah, I guess it's only when I'm cold. It's only at night though, when I'm scared. Like Gavin said, if I watched a scary movie, there is a part of my brain that I'm like, this is my shield tonight,
I can't sit on the couch without the blanket on me. I just like, I don't know. I like to be like, it makes me feel so much more like cozied up. I just like to sit on a couch just as myself with nothing covering me up like that. I'm just like,
I get
you
that
sit on a
feeling.
chair. You're on a chair without a blanket.
But she's got a hoodie on, or like a sweater. That's kind of like a blanket you can wear.
Yes.
Yeah, but
which is why I
you're
love
saying that
hoodies.
you would have a blanket and a hoodie on if you're on the couch.
yeah.
Ah, double protection.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I like to be like not suffocated, but like close
Yeah.
to it. And just, I don't know. It just feels like way more comfortable, especially because
I think,
usually for sitting down to watch something, it's for a couple hours,
that's interesting you say that because like when I sleep at night, and Devin hates this, I like to cocoon. So he doesn't like to do that. So like I have to like lift up the blanket and tuck it under my feet and then tuck myself into like a cocoon. I feel better that way, which is very similar to what are those wraps that they put little babies in to calm
Burritos?
them? Sure. I don't think that's really what it's called. Oh, it's a swaddle.
Swaddle, yeah.
Yeah. And so that for some reason it like makes me feel safer, and I also have a gravity blanket now, and I also cocoon with that, and I just feel so much better. But Devin hates it because he's not cocooning also, so he's just like, stop grabbing the blanket.
I was about to suggest to you a weighted blanket, but you have one, so.
Oh man, I have two, and I sleep with both of them sometimes. I think that's like what, 20 pounds? It's awesome.
Isn't it going to be like a percentage? It's going to be like a percentage of your own body weight.
That's what they recommend, but they're cowards. I mean, give me 100 pounds.
I could easily sleep under like 200 pounds of blanket, I think.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and say someone who owns, I think it's like a 15-pound weighted blanket, no, you can't. Because even like a 15 or 20-pound blanket, it's still just like, ugh, like you got to like really put some force into it.
I've got a 20-pound one, and you're right, it's really heavy when you try to move it, but I still wish it was heavier on me. Like I still wish there was
Like
more.
once it's on you?
Yeah.
Should
But you're
we
right.
see-
Just get a second one.
If I try to move it in the middle of the night, I'm like, oh my God, like this sucks.
Yeah.
It's really heavy.
Yeah,
we
you have to
should
like
add
reach down
10
and lift.
pounds of blanket every night until you just can't sleep.
The problem I think becomes like, how do you wash it? Like if you throw it in the washing machine, like you would destroy it.
Destroy the washing machine or the
Yeah.
blanket?
Yeah.
Both.
So how I've cleaned mine is I literally just take a spray alcohol bottle and I just spray it down. Because I have to do something to it. I can't just like not
Yeah.
How
clean
does that
it.
get the stains off it and the crust?
There's no stains or crust on my blanket.
Are you ejaculating onto your weighted blankets?
I don't love it that much.
I'm just trying to think of like what would that not work on?
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's your experience, Gavin. It's not mine. So
See, if I use the weighted blanket, I just put it over. Like I'll have my normal like comforter on, and then I'll put it over that, so it's not really even touching my skin. It's just like on top of the blanket.
yes.
Yeah, I need like duvet sheet.
The one I have actually can be put in the washing machine, but it's definitely like the maximum I would put in there.
Yeah.
I remembered the scary movie I saw recently. It's an old movie that I rewatched. I saw this movie in the theater years ago when it came out, but it's called.
Ghostbusters.
I did not see that one in the theater. I'm not that old. It's a Korean horror film called A Tale of Two Sisters. I don't know if anybody else has ever seen it. It's really good. It's really, really well done. Creepy. It's about
From what
like
I've
these-
heard, Korea does great horror.
Yeah. I think this movie's from like 2003 or 2004. I saw it at the Draft House forever ago. But it's like these two little girls whose mother committed suicide, and then like the two little girls go to become hospitalized because of it, and like they come out and they come back to like try to rejoin their father and his new wife in their house. And it's just like super creepy. It's super well done. Highly recommend it if you've never seen it.
Okay, I was thinking of a different movie. I thought it had something to do with like vampires and something at night.
No,
but
no vampires.
cool. No, it's just
Jessica's
Well-
like, that's where I draw the line.
yeah.
No vampires.
No, that sounds good. I need to watch some more scary movies.
There's a new movie I want to check out on Amazon Prime called Bliss, I think.
Yeah, I saw a trailer that's got Owen Wilson and Selma Hayek in it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen
What's
it either.
this?
And we were watching the trailer, and then we decided like a minute or so in, we're like, we're not going to watch the rest of the trailer because I feel like so many trailers spoil the entire movie.
Mhm.
And it's like, okay, well, I don't want to do that.
What's the scary movie where Owen Wilson's head gets knocked off?
Is that The Haunting? No.
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah. He's like in the chimney.
Yeah.
I just typed
What?
scary movie Owen Wilson and auto completes The Haunting.
Okay.
I
Because that's the only scary movie I know that Owen Wilson is in.
Yeah, I was going to say, I can't think of anything
That
else
big,
he's
like,
been in.
Pendulum thing swings down and
Yes.
hits his head
Yes.
off.
That's The Haunting. Yep.
Yeah.
hmm
I don't really remember that. I think I saw that when I was 13 or something.
Yeah, it's an old one.
It came out in 99.
You guys know that one scene in, have you guys seen Paranormal Activity? The first one?
Yeah, forever ago. I saw it when it came out.
Yeah, it's an old one. That last scene where it shows the footage of the bedroom and it shows the girl walking up, going downstairs, then coming back upstairs and being thrown at the camera.
Mhm.
There's this video going around, and it shows like a new. They're like, oh, maybe some behind the scenes, or I forget, maybe it's like a parody of it or something where it's literally a cat making all the noises in the room. So it's the cat scratching on the door, it's the cat meowing at the bottom of the stairs, it's the cat crawling all over everything, but you think it's like this paranormal entity. You have to see it. It's funny.
I saw this really scary series on Netflix where this girl, whenever she looked at the ceiling, she could see chess pieces moving around.
Ha 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 ha.
That scared you?
It wasn't very scary.
Did you watch
That
The
show was
Queen's
good, though.
Gambit?
Yeah,
It was
that's
good.
great.
It was very good. I'm so glad she got nominated too. She deserved it.
Was it
She's
Golden
great.
Globe?
Golden Globe. Yeah, which by the way, and I know that thing's did you guys, I don't know if you guys have talked about this already, but like, have you seen the show Emily in Paris?
No, and I
No.
don't plan on it. I don't think it. I don't know.
It
From what I've
wasn't-
heard, it's not great.
It's not that great. And I watched it because I love that cheesy stuff. But yeah, it's not that great. It's kind of like those Netflix movies that come out like To All the Boys I've Ever Loved, or just those like kind of like chick flick shows. And it's kind of like a chick flick series that got nominated for a Golden Globe.
It got nominated?
It did. And I think she also got nominated for Best Actress, Lily Collins, which she's great. I definitely enjoy her. I just don't know if this was the correct or the right show to be nominated, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
There's a lot of
Damn.
good shows in the past year, and I don't know if I would say. I mean, to be fair, I haven't seen it, so I can't really make a judgment call. But from what I've heard, it doesn't have the most stirring reviews.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
Based on the last podcast I was on, after the conversation about it, watched all of WandaVision.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I like it.
I like it
it's
too.
weird.
Yeah.
It's
It's
out
weird.
there.
It's
Good.
I feel like the fact that they made that is weirder than the show itself.
Yes.
Like, what?
I have to say,
is that from the comic? What a bizarre format for superheroes.
I loved watching those two actors just kind of do that type of acting. You know what I mean? Because it's different than what we have seen in the universe. You know what I mean?
Also,
They're characters.
Did they cast Paul Bettany with the intention to make him Vision at some point?
Right. Like,
Because-
did he just show up to do VO lines for Iron
Yeah.
Man? Like,
He was Jarvis for years, just only as a voice. Were they ever, like, if they never intended him to be Vision, and they just were just like, oh, Jarvis could. I don't know the comics well enough. But what a damn stroke of luck for Paul Bettany to get a role like that from just a voiceover role, or whether they actually knew of his talent and cast him in with the intent to make him an on-screen character years down the line. Like, he's been in that MCU now for, like, as long as anyone.
yeah, because
Because he was in the first Iron Man.
Yeah, but he doesn't go on screen until Age of Ultron. But that's also when they introduce the same movie where they introduced Wanda. Like, that's also when Scarlet
But
Witch
Ultron
first appeared.
Ultron was like 7 years after Iron Man,
Yes, something like that.
Yeah.
which is crazy to me.
So maybe that was just a part of their plan. They were like, maybe they need a love interest character for Wanda, and they're like, I don't know. I don't know the comics either, so I'm not sure. But that's a good question.
Yeah, I love Elizabeth Olsen. She's
Yeah, she's
Wonderful.
fantastic. She really is.
I
And I did.
pretty.
I forgot until I guess it's a spoiler. I won't say that. I guess like the accent she was doing depends on where she is.
Well, she's putting. Well, I don't want to talk too much about
Yeah.
it, but yeah, you guys should watch it. Or I'm talking to the
Because I feel
chat.
like in Ultron she has a thick Russian accent, and then in the later ones she has no accent at all. And I guess now they're addressing that with plot, because before it wasn't really mentioned.
When you say the later ones, are you talking about WandaVision or just the later movies?
Like Infinity War and Endgame.
Where she doesn't have an accent.
Yeah, she just sounds American, really.
So
Wouldn't that be funny if it was just Elizabeth Olsen forgetting to do the accent?
Yeah, they're just like, ooh,
shit,
the
we
script
got-
supervisor's like, oh shit.
We're 3 weeks in and we forgot that you used to have an accent.
So I was curious about your question, Gavin. So I looked it up, and it doesn't look like Paul Bettany knew that he was going to play Vision. That initially he was just cast as the voice of Jarvis, and that at one point, several years after that, he had a meeting with a producer who told him his career was over and that he should just give up. That he was done, and that literally he walked out of that meeting and his phone rang and it was Joss Whedon asking him if he wanted to play Vision.
That's so cool. So I guess a stroke of luck for him and a stroke of luck for the producers that he was able to nail that role. And it's such an important role too. Like to have an Infinity Stone on your forehead is like a big deal in the MCU. And to start off as just a voiceover role that probably took a few days to do the voiceover for Iron Man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
What a upward career move that was. And then he's getting cast in like Solo and all these other things. I feel like I'd only ever seen him in rom-coms.
Oh no, he was in I think was it Angels and Demons? I forget, but he like played a really dark character and like whips himself. It's really strange, but he was great in it. I think it was Angel, or maybe it was the Da Vinci Code. Maybe that was it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Fair play.
He's great though. And
He's always been great.
He's married to Jennifer Connelly. What a power couple. Which I love her, by the way, ever since Labyrinth. She's
He's
great.
been in a lot of stuff. Wow.
I think we should start a podcast to just talk about all the amazing, beautiful women in media. Because I feel like you and me, Jessica, would just like be gushing over all these women.
Oh,
For, like, the whole
absolutely.
time.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. 100%. I saw this this meme the other day where it said like how to stop competing with women and start dating them. I was like, yeah, that sounds great.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dope.
Teach me.
I know.
Dope.
Yeah.
So it looks like the Oscar nominations are going to be announced March 15th. I was looking it up after you were talking about award nominations. It seems like it's a weird year for nominations for that kind of stuff.
It is. Have you looked at the Golden Globe nominations? Because some of the stuff that's
I haven't.
nominated, it's strange. It's, and a lot of it is stuff, on Netflix and other streaming platforms, obviously. But
I was very disappointed to see, I think this was the Golden Globes. It was a graphic of all the women nominated for Best Actress. And I think there was only one woman of color in the entire list of women nominated.
yeah, that's
Or maybe it was like even Best Support. It was like a lot. There must have been like 20 or 30 women listed. And it's like, really, like, we got it. The industry's got to be better about diversifying nominations and recognizing people in the industry who are not all white women.
I don't know if that was necessarily the Golden Globes. It seems like there's
Maybe it's something else.
Yeah, maybe it's another one. There's maybe it's a different category that you saw. It looks like Best Actress appears to be. I'm very quickly looking through them here. Sorry, like I said, I hadn't looked at the nominations before now.
No, you're good.
It looks like it's 3 white women and maybe 2 black women, from what I can tell.
Okay, maybe I'm thinking of something else. But there was like a graphic showed of like all these women nominated for something, and it was a big discussion of just like we need to do better.
In general, that's a good guiding principle, I think. Oh,
I still remember. Was it Natalie Portman was introducing the nominees for Best Director, and she's like, "Here are the all male nominees."
Yeah,
or something like
it was
that.
so
And I was like,
good. She's so good. Oh, she's awesome.
Natalie
Yeah.
Portman. Also,
She's so great. If you guys, she
incredible.
was on Dak Shepard's podcast, and I think for the second time or first time, either way. But she tells her stories, like the fact that she was in The Professional at such a young age, and how after that movie, she was very sexualized at such a young age, and how she kind of like future roles, she completely shut down anything that had to do with sex or being sexy in any way. And I don't know, she's such a fascinating person. She has a great story.
How old was she in that movie?
I think she's like 12 in The Professional, right?
I think so. I'm pretty sure that's what she had said. Yeah.
I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
Mm-hmm. But yeah.
See, it was 94, and she was born 81, so she was either 12 or 13.
Mm-hmm. And with that conversation came the whole, like, you know, just how men and women are with each other, and how older men were looking at a 12, 13-year-old girl in a sexual way, and how that just kind of shaped her in her younger years. And then eventually she got over it, and then she started to but she just pursued roles that she thought were deep and great, like Closer was so great, and even Black Swan to a degree. But yeah, it was a great podcast. For sure.
Black Swan was intense.
Mm-hmm.
That was a crazy movie.
Yeah.
Before we get too far from it, Barbara brought up something. It made me think of something else that we should bring up. I want to remind everyone that this February, Rooster Teeth is celebrating Black Heritage Month. We're raising money for the NAACP Legal Defense Fund, the Austin Area Urban League, so organizations dedicated to fighting racial injustice. You can donate at roosterteeth.com/donate. Or if you like some merch, you can pick up a shirt or hoodie or a hat from the Black Excellence Collection. We have a link. We'll have a link in the show notes. You can check that out. All profits from the Sky's the Limit t-shirt, Black Excellence pullover hoodie, or Black Excellence snapback cap all go to the Austin Urban League. And we got a whole slate of content running every Friday at 5 p.m. This Friday at 5, we're going to have the next Black superhero. Comic book experts and fans will have 1 hour to create the concept and backstory of the world's next Black superhero. We've got panelists include IO9 staff writer Charles Puglia Moore, and a bunch of other people that we've worked with in the past. Maybe some people you don't know.
Charles is so awesome.
Go check out. Charles is on The Real Canon with John, which is why I called him out specifically. It's one of our new shows that we have coming out. So check it out this Friday at 5 p.m. Central Time. Anyway, I just wanted to bring that up.
No,
wonderful. And if people haven't listened to The Real Canon already, I mean, go check it out. It's a great show. John and Charles do a great job, but Charles is he's just awesome. And I hope people check out that panel to get a little taste of, what he, is all about, and, just him as a person. He's just wonderful. And if you're not watching The Real Canon, you're missing out.
Listening.
Yeah, is it audio?
Yeah, listening, watching with your ears.
Watch with your ears.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a podcast.
I heard there was a trailer for that podcast on Face
Oh my God.
I heard the same thing, yeah.
in the feed.
They talk about WandaVision on one episode, actually. They go into the whole WandaVision stuff. So if you're curious about that show, check out that episode of Real Canon.
I literally, when we were talking about that earlier, I kept thinking about John in that podcast. I was like, I bet you anything they've talked about it already, and I just need to listen to it.
It's really interesting what they do with the styles on that show. Like trying to match the styles of each decade. And I guess they're the one I just watched there in the 80s. But I was trying to figure out, like, is my stream quality shitty, or are they deliberately making like the sitcom look a little bit blurry?
I saw that.
And then it cuts back to like outside of that world, and it's like crystal clear. So
Yeah,
it's
it
like,
looks great.
yeah, they're actually putting like weird video artifacts onto it deliberately, even like the smearing of like the highlights that you would get on video.
There was. It's funny you bring that up. There was one episode, I forget which one it was, where like one of the neighbors walked into their house, and my stream, like the whole screen turned green and kind of like broke for a second. I was like, was that part of the show, or did my internet fuck up? I had to rewind it and
I
look
had
at
that
it.
same thought.
Yeah, it's really nice the subtle things they're doing, even like messing with the aspect ratios and color and the quality.
Yeah,
and stuff.
they normally don't hard cut between aspect ratios in that show, right? Like it grows, like it stretches.
You see it grow.
Yeah, expands
Yeah.
in different directions.
It's so odd. I love that.
Yeah, very cool.
I just
Neat.
love Marvel. It just the intro to that show too. It makes me want to watch Marvel movies. It makes me want to watch Avengers again. And just all of those.
It brought up a lot of questions for me that I just couldn't remember. Like I couldn't remember what put Vision in that state, because I know that in Endgame spoiler Infinity War spoiler, he
Infinity
dies
War, yeah.
twice.
Yeah.
He gets killed in two different ways, and I was
Yeah.
like, is the canon way what Thanos did or what Scarlet Witch did? And then I had to go back and watch that, and then I remembered that she gets snapped, and I totally
does.
forgot that. Like she
She's one of the
vanishes.
people who
Yeah.
disappears. Mm.
So that
But,
makes sense. Is why like she came back, and then that's why it took so long for WandaVision to start. Is because
Okay, now
how
that
much of
makes
this
sense.
is spoilers? This is like super spoilery, right? Maybe we should cut this.
No, I mean, it's been by this point. This is next week, so this will be like 2 weeks old, right?
Yeah, but that makes sense now at the beginning of WandaVision when the hospital scene, or we'll just, when everybody. I don't know what I should say.
Yeah, I think we should probably hold off on,
Is that
on
the
this.
first-
It's still a pretty new show.
Is that the first time we've seen people come back on screen?
I think so.
Yeah, maybe we should cut it then, because that's
Okay,
a pretty big
yeah.
spoiler.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll just do this the whole time.
Yeah.
SOS. But yeah.
Okay, well, I don't know where we were. WandaVision, trying to figure if we could pick back up. But yeah, it's a good show. And then that next show was it the Falcon and the Winter Soldier comes out March 19th, I think they announced, which I'm curious. I guess is that when WandaVision's going to end? Do you think like one show's going to end and the next one's going to pick up immediately? Like I'm trying to figure out how many episodes are left on WandaVision before that show wraps up.
Yeah, I don't know. But if they do that, man, they have their slate so down to a T. That's honestly incredible. Just how they did this.
Nice and toit.
Yeah. This is
Have
fantastic.
you guys heard also about this new movie in production called The Bubble?
No.
No, tell me.
Is it
It's
about
a-
Jessica's gut?
Yeah, my bubbles.
It's
Just
a
like
new
a
movie
documentary.
that is just starting casting and production, but it's Pedro Pascal, Karen Gillan. Is that how you pronounce it?
I believe so.
Karen Gillan?
I think so.
Maria Bakalova from the new Borat movie.
Hell yeah.
And a couple other people, but it's a movie essentially about people filming a movie when the pandemic hits and they have to like quarantine in a hotel together or something
Interesting.
along those lines. And I'm like, so now the movies about COVID-19 are already starting.
I was going to say, like, I can't wait to see all the movies that are going to be about COVID-19 coming soon.
Do you guys think that, I mean, it's got to happen at some point in the future, but do you think there's going to be a movie made about Trump's presidency?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, we've already seen. I mean, there's a pretty long history of political movies, not only about people in office, but the run up to office.
Yeah.
So I think that we'll probably see dramatizations of it. I think before
Like
too
Vice. Vice is one of them with Cheney, right? That's such a good movie. But I keep watching like news about everything going on right now with the impeachment and all that stuff. And like while we're filming this, I think his trial is starting today.
Yeah.
But everyone like a lot of newscasters keep referring to it as the big lie, and I'm like, I wonder if that's what the movie is going to be called. It's the big lie about the lie about election fraud and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's going to be fascinating.
Let's make it.
Fascinating movie.
But let's not wait for it. Let's make it. Gavin, can you do a Trump impression? We can cast you.
No, I don't think so.
Will you
I
just
can
try,
pull it
please? Can you
Great.
try?
Perfect. You're hired.
At least wanted you to try and do it.
I don't think I could. I'm terrible at impressions and voices. There's no way I could
I
absolutely.
know he does
absolutely
this with
not
his
do it.
hands a lot.
And he's like,
Yeah.
wrong. That's all I wanted to say. He's like,
It's going to be huge.
yes, huge, with the best, with the greatest.
Millions.
I can't do it. And like, and what my friend who does it really well, the way she just moves her lips to do that, like typical, like his little butthole lips. You know what I mean? I don't know. I can't do it.
Well, now that's all I'm going to think about when I see Havlik in our D&D show.
I know. I literally thought of Havlik too. I was like, oh, and there's Butthole Man.
Yeah, you call him Butthole Face.
Check out our D&D show every Thursday live on RTTV at noon Central.
Do you guys have a Factorio series going at the moment?
No, we did a short 3 episode burst of videos, but that was it. Just like we just started a server, then we made a car, and then we blew up the car, and that was it.
I heard that was a big update, or it's going to be one, or something.
They're going to release DLC for that game. They're going to have paid DLC. I guess they were pretty. No, they've been pretty transparent about the development process, and they presented like moving forward what the options were for them. Whether it was making Factorio 2, whether it was releasing free updates that are small or releasing like one big paid DLC update. And so they announced that they're working on a paid DLC update, but I don't think they announced any time frame on that at all.
I think I'm going to try and play the sequel to Subnautica next, because I think they're about to release 1.0 pretty soon. Did you ever play the first one?
No, I didn't. Good.
It's pretty cool. It's a great game to play for the first time. I don't think I'd play it again, but it's like a nice like exploration, discovery, survival game that kind of has a plot.
Subnautica Below Zero, I guess is the sequel.
Yeah, I've been avoiding it. Like that's been in early access for a long time, but I've wanted to wait until there was like an official release so that all the story is in. Because like the other one, you can only play it for the first time once, and I don't want to ruin it for myself.
The game with the big update that I'm most excited about right now is Stardew Valley rolled out the 1.5 update.
Ooh, what is that?
That's not super new, but they added a beach farm, a new townsperson, a bunch of other stuff. I don't remember exactly. Stardew.
We just started playing that. We're gonna make a little mini series, kind of like Factorio, in that where we just play through it for a couple episodes. But that game is like, I'm just starting to get into it. I never played it before. It's fun.
Stardew Valley?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'd never played it
good.
before.
I pasted the release notes into the Discord chat if you want to check it out. And the reason I did that is just so you can scroll through and see how long the patch notes are and all the things that were updated and changed.
Better get back on it, Gav.
There's a lot going on.
Jess, have you ever played Stardew?
I haven't. Well, actually, no, I haven't. I haven't played, but I think I was a part of a stream. No, I haven't played. I just watched.
It
took me a while to get there, but I got there.
No.
It's really fun. It's a really
I was like,
relaxing
did I play
game.
or not?
But
It's very relaxing.
But you always feel like you have something to do.
Yeah, it's the same way that Animal Crossing kind of helped me when I was like super anxious at the beginning of quarantine. And so like you might like it too, Jess, because you and me are kind of similar, where we need something to like, you know, chill us out every now and then.
Yeah, I need to recharge some batteries. Yeah.
It's a great Switch game, especially when travel was allowed. It was the ultimate game to play on a plane.
Also, I think that new 1.5 update is not out on consoles yet. I think it's only on PC. I think it's coming to consoles this month. I could be wrong about that.
Okay.
So if you're playing on console, that update's not out for you yet, but it should be soon.
I wonder if I should start a new farm or continue on mine.
I'm curious to try the beach farm.
3.
The problem with the beach farm, like it seemed like everything was great. There was a lot of benefits to it, but the problem is that sprinklers don't work on sandy soil on a beach farm. So I'm really scared to try that because I don't want to spend all my time watering my crops.
My current farm is the water one, and it is a piece of shit. There's absolutely no benefit to having like ponds all over your farm because it's just space that you can't use. It was a bad choice. I got a real.
Does it not
farm.
drown your crops?
Well, you just can't. You're not like planting the crops in the water. You're just avoiding.
You should be able, They should allow you to do something with that though. Like she's saying, like you should be able to plant like a rice paddy, like something that's normally flooded anyway.
Yeah, like you should use that to your benefit.
Yeah.
Yeah, in my head I thought it'd be great for like putting the traps in the water or fishing and stuff. And it's like, no, you can just do that on the normal farm because there's a tiny pond in that one.
Yeah, it's a very relaxing game though, because it's not like nothing about it is stressful, which is nice.
That is not true. If you're trying to get out of the caves and trying to get back before 2 a.m., that could be stressful.
Well, I have not encountered that issue yet. I'm still planting my starter pack that you get when you start off. I think I'm like day 12 or 13 or something like that.
Because you lose a lot of shit if you fall asleep outside of your house. There have been times where I've been like full sprint and I've just made it into my front door before I passed out at 2 a.m. And you're like, whoo! Jesus.
Yeah. I got to keep some food with you to eat, get your energy back there.
No, at 2 a.m. it's a hard stop. Like the day
is the latest you can stay up on a normal day.
Yeah. Trust me, you'll learn these things the hard way.
When you lose
I lied. Shit. I have played the game before because I played it once because I told you guys when I played it for the first time, I thought the box outside your house was your storage. And
you were just selling stuff.
Just selling everything I collected. Yeah.
That's right.
Immediately.
least you
It's a
got some
learning
gold.
experience.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think it's about time to wrap this episode up.
Are you sure though? Because Jessica was super late and she made us start really late.
Okay. No, that's false. Stop lying.
Okay.
Okay.
right.
So
Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully we're entertaining on this President's Day, and we'll see you guys again next week. We'll be live again next week. Bye.
Boy.